Hi, my name is Lowell, and I'm the author of Mastering Chemistry. I myself also struggled a lot as a student with chemistry, and therefore I started out as an educator, and I've been teaching the subject for the past 8 years. I think chemistry is a very difficult subject, as everyone will know. So for me, my unique pedagogical approach will be to split chemistry into content, concept, and then application. Mastering chemistry, if you ask me, is a collection of not just different concepts, but also from my years of experience as a chemistry tutor. Hi, my name is Lowell, and I'm the author of Mastering Chemistry. So what inspired me to teach the subject was because I myself also struggled a lot as a student with chemistry, and therefore I started out as an educator, and I've been teaching the subject for the past 8 years. And at Heuristics Science, I'm also a teacher, and in Heuristics Science, we teach science to primary school as well as secondary school students. I think I've always had very special ways of helping my students memorize big chemistry concepts, and I've always wanted to pen them down somewhere. So when the opportunity for me to write Mastering Chemistry came, I took up the exciting challenge. And this is also coupled with my students, my experience with the different students, working out different methods to help them understand and grasp those important concepts in chemistry. I think chemistry is a very difficult subject, as everyone will know. So for me, my unique pedagogical approach will be to split chemistry into content, concept, and then application. So in terms of the different level of understanding content itself, it's actually, I would say, just a very low level of understanding. And from understanding content, we move on to understanding the conceptual concepts that go around the subject. And lastly, look at application questions. And therefore, in the book, let's take a look at maybe the chapter on chemical bonding. We start off by testing a very simple structure, bonding, energy kind of question. We move on to getting you to draw a more difficult compound. And then we move on to an application question of something that you've never seen before. And this allows students to test their level of understanding, which is why we call it Mastering Chemistry. Mastering Chemistry is for all O-level students taking chemistry, and if you ask me who is my target audience, I would say all levels of chemistry students, because of how the book is segmented into 3 different levels of understanding. So students can always test their level of understanding to ensure that they leave no stone unturned and they fully understand the subject. So the terms application skills, critical thinking is used with a lot of ambiguity, in my opinion, nowadays. However, Mastering Chemistry will really help students to understand what is application skills, what are the critical thinking skills, and I hope that in my education journey as an educator, I will be able to groom students to help them create critical thinking skills, and like what I always tell my students, to make them thinkers and not just doers of the subject. Mastering Chemistry, if you ask me, is a collection of not just different concepts, but also from my years of experience as a chemistry tutor. So apart from just being able to use the concept as a checklist for students to ensure they've mastered all core content and concept before they take their examinations, Mastering Chemistry also has a portion called Rule of Thumb. So Rule of Thumb is a collection of common misconceptions that students may have to ensure that they don't make such mistakes during their exams. I think you can ask any secondary 4 chemistry students out there. They will say that electrolysis is probably one of the toughest chapters in chemistry. And therefore, in Mastering Chemistry, I have adapted a very special approach to help students memorize electrolysis in a very unique way that I believe have not been seen before. So I have a lot of success stories surrounding this particular chapter because of how difficult it is for students to grasp just a very simple low-level content of electrolysis. And you can see very clearly from my way of approach, it's a very unique way, very unique to Teacher Lowell, but at the same time, it has helped a lot of students along the way to memorize important key concepts for that chapter. I think chemistry is really not an easy subject. and being an O-level student yourself, I think I can understand the different struggles that you go through. However, chemistry is a core subject if you choose to go to JC. And I would like to say that you continue to stay focused, stay consistent. This subject is not easy, but at the same time, if you put in the work, the effort, and be focused, I'm very sure that you will build the perseverance and grit needed to excel not just in chemistry, but anything else in your life. Well, to get your hands on Mastering Chemistry, you can visit sapgrp.com or any popular bookstore near you. Also, if you would like to join me for my weekly chemistry group classes, be sure to check out these links and do make sure to follow us on our social media accounts.